Mr. Buckman.
Here.
Mr. Gator.
Here.
Mr. Callaway.
Here,
We have quorum.
as you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, please be with us today as we come about to do what's best for the county and we make the best decisions we can. Dear Lord, be with us and thank you for a beautiful Memorial Day, and thank all those who have served and watch over them as they continue to serve, and the ones that paid that ultimate, who gave the ultimate sacrifice. I ask this in your Son Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. And it's good to see Laura back. Welcome.
Yes.
Good to have you. You've had some adventures.
Yes.
Okay. You see the consent agenda on the board, and it's been published, and a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. Consider show me grant, or show me zero grant request. I think that's my grant. Let's figure this. Good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you? The Show Me Zero is through MoDOT. It's a grant I've applied for the last 2 years. There's not a dollar amount, and there's no match.
Is there a maximum?
Hmm?
Is there a maximum?
No, it's an equipment grant, so basically they give you a list of equipment that you can apply for as far as portable breath test, window tint meters, safety vests, radars for the patrol vehicles.
Did you want to sit up there with him?
So you apply for whatever MoDOT has available, and they award you the equipment.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. It's the third year that I applied for it. We received radars and portable breath tests the last 2 years for the patrol vehicles.
Okay. Can't do the car computers or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Motion.
I'll make a motion, we do the Show Me Zero grant, estimated at $12,000. It's a no match grant for the Sheriff's Department.
And Mike, who again is this from?
MoDOT.
It's from MoDOT.
Yeah.
Okay.
MoDOT puts it on. Show Me Zero. It's the Show Me Zero is for traffic fatality deaths is what it means. Show Me Zero traffic fatality deaths. So they award equipment to help with traffic control and things like that.
Can you add MoDOT to your motion?
Oh, yeah. I did the Show Me Zero grant.
Okay.
Yeah, for the MoDOT.
I'll second.
Bob, question?
What is a window temp meter?
It's a little portable meter. You slide over the window and it reads the level of tint.
Oh.
You can 35% is the state limit, plus or minus 3%. A lot of people have 0, 5, which is really low when it's dark and you can't see.
Can they see out, but you can't see in?
Right. Well, I mean, even at 5% compared to 5% or 35%, it's still harder to see out of your vehicle.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't see out, you can't see people or where you're going or what you're doing.
Can't see who's got the gun?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you, Mike, we appreciate it. Okay, award the road and bridge overlay projects. Mr. John's gonna be talking to us.
John Gross, Highway Administrator. We would like to award 2 projects, lead belt materials. The first one would be Berry Road, 5.7 miles from Cash Lane to the intersection of JJ Highway. And the second would be Primrose Road, and that is from Berry to E Highway north of Bonne Terre. The Primrose project is $261,985.20. And the Berry Road project is $916,889.56. Anything above that, which Clay and I always meet the contractor on site, and there are variables that come up as they're doing the overlay and may need some extra asphalt, we'll address later on in the commission meetings with change orders.
Okay.
And just over those passes again, I'm sorry. For
Berry is $916,889.56.
okay.
Primrose is $261,985.20.
Okay. Just want to make sure I get those cents.
That's the lead belt materials.
Okay. All right. I'll make. You ready for that?
Yeah, make a motion.
Make a motion that we award, for the, road and bridge, the overlay projects for Berry Road overlay at 5.7 miles and for $916,889.56. And the Primrose Road for 2 miles at $261,985.20.
I'll second that.
And it should be noted, these are not the only overlay projects we will do this
Right.
year. They're just the two that we have ready and prepared at this time. There will be others throughout the year that we will
Okay.
award.
So you've got the replacement pipes in,
Yes,
all the brush cut out,
Tree
the ditches
trimming.
widened,
Yep.
clean?
yes, they're prepped, and we are prepping other roads as we
Okay.
speak, for later in the year.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
Gotta get started, man.
They have 90 days to complete
90
the
days.
project, when the notice to proceed is given out, which will be later today. So 90 days,
Okay. Is there a penalty on that if they don't?
there is.
Okay, any other questions, comments? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you, John. Permission to bid, Mr. Treasurer. Yeah, there it is.
Just, gotta get send out our bids, hopefully in the next few weeks, and we'll have, I think it was July 2nd, we'll have John in those, so we'll send out to all the different, local banks. We got email contacts from all, or, some will hand deliver. This will be my first time on this, so, just previous years, this is our, first stage really been on the bid the last couple, so, hopefully they'll bid again, so we don't have to change all our accounts, but, yeah, we'll go with the best from there, so.
Okay, so you bid this and then you have to annually renew it, is that? the
So it's
process?
actually a 4-year, agreement, but we have the option in 2 years to rebid it if we would like.
Okay, so it's every other year that you,
Yeah, but really 4 years is what we'll agree on this contract.
and so all of our accounts are in one bank?
Yeah.
Okay. Roughly how many accounts is that?
We have 28, I believe. Yeah, 28 accounts, currently, no debts. So we have just 28 checking accounts with them.
No debts?
And then we have, with First Aid, it's nice, the sweep agreement, we do have that, but we're actually making, the interest rates have gone up quite a bit, so we're actually getting pretty good return right now, which is, yeah, a lot better when I, 2 years
Got
ago.
considerable amount of money in some of those accounts. All right. Okay, motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the treasurer to do a permission and to bid on depository bid.
I'll second that.
Okay, any questions or comments? Since you're on the board of A Bank, should you vote on this?
Well, this you can go out to
This
bid,
can-
but, when it comes back in, it depends on who we go with.
Both of us will have to stay out of
Yeah.
that, so the, recommendation will be then to you two.
Okay.
We're
All right.
well tied on that board.
Any other questions?
I'm sorry, did we say what the percentage interest our money market or funds are making right now?
The interest?
So it's, I mean, with that sweeps account, it's a variable, cause so on there, up to 250,000, these banks can, do with the DIC, so we have our monies with a few different banks, it's basically an investment account out there, so each bank can be different there. So it's not just one, it's not like we have our money just for First State that we're earning interest on it. It's with-
I'm assuming since the interest rate on short-term treasuries, which is money market, have more than quadrupled in the
Yeah.
last 6 months, that we are enjoying.
Oh,
Since we
yeah,
have
that's what-
millions in there, that we're not getting 0.5% or something.
That's where we just talked about a second ago, we're seeing bigger, quite a bit of returns right now that, I mean, I can get that information, I don't have that, I have to
I don't
print
know
off.
if we
that
have a rate
report.
set or not.
We don't have, just, no, it's a floating rate there, so, which is great, because if we would've been on a fixed rate, we probably wouldn't be too happy right now with all the month, with how much, interest rates have gone up, so. With that floating, I mean, there's good and bad there, obviously, 2 years ago, it was, probably should have been fixed from previous, interest rates, but I think that's, in my opinion, the best way to go.
I've got a number in mind, but I'm not gonna say it because I can't verify it right now, but anyway, it's better, much better than it had been. Okay, any other questions or comments? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Supplemental agreement with Taylor. Now, this, I have the wrong dollar amount. It just came out, 10 minutes before the meeting that it's, say it again, what is the dollar amount?
Go ahead, Terry, you got all that, don't you?
No, this would be, that is the right dollar amount. It was just an addition of $1,500 was added to this. This was actually just some material testing at the jail in the back for, we had to take some rock out, didn't we?
No.
We did.
Okay, what is the total dollar amount?
$1,500.
Yeah, $1,500.
Total dollar amount, so, okay.
Yes.
So this,
This
it's
is
not
just,
15,000?
no, that was previously approved by the commission.
Okay,
So,
so we're just approving the $1,500.
it's a supplemental agreement in the
Right.
amount of $1,500.
1,500 even.
Yes.
Okay, that just was changed 10 minutes before the meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
So 15, 20, so.
yeah, that's fine. So, I guess, I'll make the motion for Taylor Engineering, the $1,500 for the addition that they had to do out there.
Second.
I'll second that.
Questions? Yeah, Rich.
Is that $1,500 in addition to what's shown up there on the screen? We've
No,
already-
we already approved the 15,000.
Yes, you did, yes.
Yes.
So it's over and
This
above
is
that?
the- Yes.
So it is an addition to that?
Yes, it is.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, next week is our next meeting.
All right.
Any other business? Correspondence? Yes.
Real quick, I was able to pull up our last statement on our investment account there. It was 4.11% interest rate on,
I was thinking
that's on average.
4.65.
That's, all
Yeah,
accounts together.
well, that's substantial commitment, how much money we've got sitting in those accounts.
Some reason, were we doing 4.65 at one point? Did it drop off a little? Because that number was in my mind.
I think it was,
Okay.
I think it was a little bit more than that.
It was 4.11 now. Okay, any other correspondence? Public comments?
We have Representative Congressman Smith, representative here today. Has he taken a stance on the budget yet? Proposal?
Well, so we just had a call on the way in here and he wasn't on it, but I know that we've made some gains. There's a lot of good stuff that's being proposed. They basically
Right.
drew
So-
their
so-
lines
so
and
he has
didn't
made a
cross them.
decision on it for tomorrow's vote.
So I don't know the exact vote. We were on with our chief of staff and he was just telling us the wins, basically. Like they are cutting the IRS 87 billion.
I'm okay with it, that I've seen the people, I know he's in a position of Ways and Means, that he's in leadership, that I can't believe he wouldn't support it, but I saw these people on last night saying, well, by God, we didn't get everything, so we're not gonna vote. That is.
I think he's happy with the progress they did.
Yeah, it's progress, and you're not gonna get,
I don't think they expected to get everything they wanted, but
most, you got some of them.
They did get a lot of good stuff.
That idiot from Texas is one of them. By God, I'm principled and I'm not changing my position. I'm gonna hold my breath until we default on our loan. You know, that's,
Right.
it's irresponsible. And I was just curious where.
yeah, he doesn't want to default on loans, so, and we got a lot of good wins, so I would say that would probably be favorable.
All right, I just didn't know if he had publicly made a statement yet, but, okay,
Any other public comments?
that's huge.
Any departmental reports?
Sorry, I'm gonna add one more thing. On this, with this bid, there's some things that I think, maybe some departments products that the banks can offer. So I think once we get our bids in and we choose which bid we're going with, if there's any departments that would like to maybe have, I could have the bank maybe do some presentations on a few different products maybe that could help us. I know like remote deposit is a very good option. I know like I think Ian's gonna look at it in the collector's office. You know, and we don't have to go with them, but there are some services that are part of our depository agreement that I think could help some of our office here. Might be something good to look at. So if there is something you would maybe be interested in, or we can go over all the different products they offer us, we can have something set up. So.
Okay, any other departmental reports? I want to talk about Senate Bill 190. It reduces taxes for senior citizens. But our collectors have been working on this, and there are a lot of problems they're going to encounter if this passes and goes through. Now, it's passed that, but each individual county has to approve it. And so right now, and for instance, that last line there, the law says that you are allowed to choose one of your properties as your residence, and that's the one you get taxes off on. Well, the law allows that, say, a husband can take the townhouse as his resident, and his wife can take the lake house as her resident, and they get both. And that's not the intent of the law, apparently. So just that kind of thing is just all through this bill. It's just very poorly written as far as definitions and how it has to go. So the collectors are very concerned about this. So I just want you to know. Yes, Rich?
I sort of figured that's how you respond. But it talks about no increasing of the property taxes. It doesn't say anything about removing property tax liability. And as one of the 14.9% of senior citizens living in this fine county, I would respectfully request you guys dig into the details and learn what we can do for the senior citizens of the county.
And, yeah, you've spoken before for this.
Yes, I have. And I would like to repeat one of Kevin's words. He said just recently, let's not be irresponsible.
Right.
Thank you.
I don't have a problem with that at all, but I didn't go to the chamber meeting last week for that purpose when they were explaining it, because I was gonna ask them how much it was gonna cost the county, and they didn't know, but they voted for it, how it would be implemented, and these questions here. And in our case, I'm all for freezing it once we have equity between Farmington School District and the other school districts that haven't been reassessed. I'm not saying they have to be 100%, but I can name you half a dozen multi-millionaires that have properties that are appraised currently at about a third of their value, that they're not going to have to ever have their taxes raised. I don't think that's fair too. So that's going to be our problem, because that will take longer than them promulgating rules for that bottom line. It will take a lot longer for us to reassess the other part of this county than to promulgate rules. That is a year or two process, and the pressure will be on you three to go ahead and then freeze them. And I'm just saying, for the school districts that I've heard from and the other people, I'm all for freezing them. I'm at that great age, but it needs to be done on a fair basis in the county. They have to be frozen at the levels that they.
And if I may, that reassessment of the northern part of the county needs to get done before we do anything.
That's my point.
Okay, let's make that happen.
And that will take more time than anything.
I contacted, once this was passed, I'm assuming the governor is going to sign it, because it makes for good political verbiage. But I contacted Oversight Committee in Jefferson City to inquire about the financial impact on our county, and I cannot get an answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, and I'm in agreement, because I'll do the political verbiage as well. I'm in agreement that, because I'm at that magic age too.
Really?
To freeze it. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe.
One more year gets to play golf in the black.
Run the black tees. But what the financial impact, not only on the county, but as you mentioned, schools and other entities in this area. 2020 census, I believe, Rich said 17% of our residents in this county is now 65 or older. And that's a sizable population.
Those you know, my son Joe does the budget for the house. I was with him this week, and he admitted they don't really have a grasp on how much it's going to cost. Just as a good idea.
If you want to throw schools into the mix, my property taxes and my personal property taxes, the support I give to schools in which I have no children is significant. And I don't want to lose that opportunity for us to have great schools. But again, as we looked at, it's just something we need to understand as we go through and make something happen for the senior citizens.
It's going to have long-range implications, because if you have a house and it's way under assessed, do you sell that? Do you ever build a new house that would be assessed at the proper amount even if you're over 65? A lot of people would say, no, I'd sell it and move on, but I can't sell it because that's frozen
Well,
at 30% of its
we're
value.
not gonna solve anything here right now,
No.
but I really think that maybe a team ought to be put together to know exactly what the tax liability is for this specific county. I think that can be done.
Well, it cannot be done until they finalize the actual
To your
verbiage.
definitions.
Yeah.
Line up.
Will they ever?
I don't know. And you talk about freezing from what point? Is those definitions are not there?
No.
Anyway, okay, any other departmental reports?
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second. All in favor, aye.